What an absolute beautiful car we have here today, guys. So 2002 Toyota Century. This thing is an absolute monster. Look at those V12 badges on the side. Absolutely gorgeous. And that interior. Look how clean everything is. This is absolutely incredible. Such a beautiful car. Everything, of course, is in Japanese. You have massaging seats, heated seats, of course. All of the beautiful wooden trim. This is really the VIP lifestyle, guys. White glove service and everything. So you have a whole center console in the back here, full of accessories that you can use, full of things, even with the moving seats. So you can move the front seats from here, you can move the rear seats, the angle of the back, and everything else. Radio controls are here. You even have, if you lower this down right here, you have a TV with a remote. So dedicated TV in the background. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my shoes, guys, and show you. Of course, it's Japanese, so you're gonna have a nice little lady talking to you in Japanese. So you have a pass-through where you can put your feet in the back here, just relaxing, which is, again, absolutely incredible. And would it be a luxury car without a, what are those called?
Shoehorn?
Shoehorns? Thanks. Shoehorn. That's absolutely incredible. Incredible, guys. So we're going to go ahead, guys. So we are going to be doing a POV drive, presidential style in the back. So where we're actually going to get some pictures and some videos of the car for you guys. So hopefully you all enjoy the drive. So why did you decide to get a Toyota Century out of every single car you can import from Japan?
So I was looking at a few cars. Originally, I was going to go with the Toyota Mark X.
Okay.
Which everyone clearly knows what that
Right.
is, right? It's basically a Corolla, but rear-wheel drive, automatic, okay, unfortunately. But it's similar to an IS, slightly different. Okay. It looks a bit weird, very polarizing car. Then I looked at the prices. I saw a Crown Majesta, which was similar to like an LS400. It's right-hand drive. It's has a bit more features. It has like a fridge in the back, you know, stuff like that. I was gonna go with that. I was this close to buying it. Then I saw that it was hit and slightly crooked on some body parts. So I was like, nah, I don't want to risk it. I looked at Centuries just because I remember watching a regular car reviews video on them like 4 years ago, and I was like, oh, that looks like a really cool car. I've always wanted one since, and right. I looked at the prices of them, and it was actually very reasonable. It was like a couple grand more than a Crown Majesta, so I was like, might as well.
Why not?
Might as well. I knew that I wanted to come to Quebec, drive across the country, right, and show it off, because here it's 25 years to import cars.
Exactly. So 2002, for you guys that don't know, here in Quebec we have laws of importation. Yeah. So Evgeny here is from Vancouver, so he's from the New Brunswick area, and
Vancouver is across Canada.
Yeah, that's true. That's
British Columbia.
British Columbia, sorry guys. British Columbia, BC, not Vancouver. So basically there you can import cars earlier. Here in Quebec you have a 25-year rule. So for us to import a car here, you need to have 25 years old. So the vehicle needs to be older than, what now, we're 2022, so it would be 1997. So 97 would be the last year that you can import a car. Back in BC, what is the year that you can...
Well, it's 10 years.
It's 10 years.
Yeah,
so it's 2007. So they get a whole 10 years ahead. Since this is a 2002, he was allowed to import it here to Canada or to BC, because every province here in Canada have their different laws regarding that.
No, actually, that's not a lie. I think Every province but 2. It's 15 years. It's only Quebec and I think it's maybe New Brunswick or like Nova Scotia. That's 25 as well. For no apparent reason.
So there's only 2 that are out of that range, but usually it's 15 years.
Exactly. So that's why we get all the cool cars like R34s and stuff.
Everything is there, right, in BC.
In BC and Ontario too.
That's true, because Ontario as well is 10 years. It's 15.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I got a Century. I just wanted to drive something JDM across the country.
And it's honestly, guys, like, so I have one of my friends that has the old style Mercedes S classes. My Volvo S80, which is a little bit like this, but it's not as long and as luxurious. And sitting in this, guys, it's just, this is so comfortable. It's ridiculous. And these are not, like, you were explaining to me that these are not cloth seats. It's a special material, right?
It's wool.
It's wool. So these seats, all of this that you guys see is actually made of wool. Which is like, what car has that? Honestly, what car has that? What car can you just open the thing here and put your legs through it? Like,
here's a fun fact. Do you know why it's wool?
Why is it wool?
So leather seats and leather surfaces were an option on the Century.
Okay.
But it's seen as a lesser trim, since I don't know if it was more expensive or not, but wool, in the summer it doesn't get as hot, in the winter it doesn't get as cold.
That's true.
It's also quieter. It insulates from the road
better.
Secondly,
really, I didn't even know that.
If you move your butt on the seat,
it doesn't make a noise.
It doesn't make any
That's
sound,
true. You're right. And my leather, I could hear the leather squishing around and moving around. You're right.
It's a lot quieter.
Wow. It's hard to tell, guys, on camera, but like, it's so quiet in here.
You don't hear the engine running whatsoever.
You do not hear anything. You don't hear the engine. You don't even feel the transmission shifting, which is crazy. And these are not the most high-powered cars. I think they had, what you were telling me, 295, close to 300 horsepower, which is not a lot. But these weren't meant to be fast cars. These were meant, like I was explaining earlier, these are the cruisers. These are the cars that are super comfortable. These are the cars that presidents, diplomats, and all of those high-end profile people would have and drive around. Well, be driven around, I should say. Which is why we're sitting in the back here, guys, for this this video. And like, I wish you guys could be here to feel this. The wool, just the feeling, the touch, and the seats and the comfort is absolutely amazing. Huge thank you, guys, to Evgeny for letting me do a nice little review on his car. I'm gonna link his Instagram down in the description if you guys can go show some love to him. He takes some crazy pictures, so you guys better go subscribe and follow him in all of his social medias. I'll make sure to get everything for you guys. And yeah, so let's just play a movie here. Sitting in the back seat. So you press here and then you press play. So we have Terminator playing back here. And it's hard to depict, guys, how long this car is. Like, it is crazy long. It is so, like, just to give you guys an idea, that was an X6M, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That is a pretty big truck. And look how much longer the front end of the Century is. There's literally half a meter in front of an X6, which is not a small truck whatsoever.
So this car is 5.2 meters long.
5.2 meters long.
Which is, fun fact from what I've read, the same length as a Formula 1 car.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, surprisingly big.
I didn't think Formula 1's cars were that long.
Yeah, they're massive.
Wow.
They just look small.
Yeah, that's true. And like you guys can see, the mirrors are actually on, well, is it the quarter panel or the hood? They're on the hood.
The fenders.
It's on the fender, so it would be on the fenders instead of being on the A pillar in front. Which, why did it that? Maybe to see...
It's an option once again.
Okay.
You could have optioned it to have the regular door mirrors.
Okay.
It doesn't look as cool, obviously, because it's just like so imposing.
Right, exactly.
Like big ballers in the passenger seat, you know. From what I've heard, this is not confirmed whatsoever, but it's so that's, well, first of all, you don't have blind spots.
Exactly, you won't have blind spots, which cool. The mirror is further in front.
So that the driver can't see the rear passenger.
Oh.
Just the mirrors, which is weird because you can see it from here, but...
Right, you can see it in the center mirror.
Yeah, that's probably why they did that.
Huh.
Honestly, I just got the fender mirrors because it looks cool.
It looks amazing.
It looks way cool.
It gives it that extra, you know, like the extra.
menacing vibe,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly, the menacing vibe.
And it does catch a lot of attention.
Of course, the mirrors, just the mirrors by themselves must
on
make
the
a big
road,
difference.
people notice the mirrors first, then they look at the driver, they see that I'm on the wrong side.
And they're like, what?
And then they try to figure out what the car is, but there's no Toyota badging on here whatsoever.
So they have no idea.
You just see Century.
Exactly.
I've had a lot of people ask if it's a Rolls Royce, if it's a Mercedes, if it's a Bentley. Some people think it's a Buick since, you know, Century on the back.
Right, because the Buick made the Buick Century.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no one, well, no. I'm lying. A lot of people have seen like Doug DeNiro's video, so they know about the car a bit.
But the people that are really knowledgeable around the car industry or the car world, like they know these cars, but they don't know them to the point where, like, we're sitting in one right now and we're looking at these options. Some people knew that they were existing, but never seen one or didn't even know what they looked like. So that's the point maybe where people are looking at them and like, is that a Rolls Royce? Is that a? They have no idea.
Yeah. As you're mentioning, like the options in this car, they are extensive. First of all, one thing you forgot to do.
Oh, it's true. You can remove this. You can put us down.
Hold it down so that the passenger can see.
That's true, and you have a clearer view in front of us. We forgot to do that.
In the middle, right here, there's a microphone control button.
Right here.
Dial right here. What you could do is you could plug in a microphone in the back. There's two ports, one aux in and one mic in, and you can do karaoke in the back.
Wow. Oh, on the screen. Okay.
No, it's not on the screen. It's just like
just regular. Okay.
Yeah, but it's still karaoke. Like
the aux are right here.
Yep. Also, this car came with a dedicated cassette player in the back. Unfortunately, mine was listed in the ad. You saw photos of the cassette player.
The cassette player.
But it got nicked during shipping, probably. Someone took off with it. I have no idea. I've never seen it. I've looked everywhere in the car.
And there was none.
It wasn't there, so.
Maybe you'll find it one day hanging out of somewhere
I
hidden.
highly doubt it. I literally looked at every single crack and crevice in this car and I haven't found it. But I mean, it's what you get for getting a car from Japan sight unseen.
Right.
Surprises. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Here, I had a Japanese cigarette in the car.
Really?
Clearly very illegal. I also found actually I think I have it here. Yes. A Toyota branded pencil.
Oh my god. Cool. That is crazy, guys. I have no idea what that means, but it's...
It says Toyota Motor Corporation.
There we go.
Couldn't translate what's on the back. For some reason, the camera didn't want to pick it up.
Oh, wow.
But on the front, yeah. Toyota
That's crazy.
It's an OEM pencil. I'm keeping this.
And the gloves, were they in the car?
No, the gloves, my buddy had them at home. So
okay.
Like, oh yeah, just have these.
Take these white gloves.
For the car, yeah.
Of course, it matches the whole vibe.
Exactly. And also, as an addition, it was CD6, I think. He burned me a CD just specifically for this car. I think you're going to enjoy this. As it reads.
Oh my god. That's a proper vibe.
So for those that are unaware, this is music from Gran Turismo 5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably copyrighted, not going to play too much. But yeah, he burned me a CD with the music on it.
That's so funny.
And it just matches the whole vibe.
It fits the vibe
exactly.
so well.
Driving the country with Gran Turismo music playing in the background.
Wow.
So what other options? You have the mirrors, obviously, that fold.
Right, the mirrors that fold from the top right here that I didn't show you guys.
Yeah. On the side, right here, well, on your side there, it's like a little pillow on the pillar.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, it's as soft as a pillow, pretty much.
So you could lay your head on here and.
Yeah, just take a nap.
The curtains in the back, of course, that we.
They're obviously electric. Nothing less.
Just maximum privacy.
The peasant blockers.
And you could still see from the back because it is.
Just barely. It's like lace curtains. It's enough for privacy, but I can still technically see what's going on.
A little bit.
And the car has air suspension from the factory. It's super smooth.
Oh yeah, the guys, like, it's hard to depict on video and like telling you guys, but when Evgeny came here, I think the very first day, that's, if you guys follow on TikTok, you actually saw this car a little while back, and the very first day he took us for a ride, we went just driving around, and It is so comfortable, guys. Like, it is ridiculously comfortable. And I've sat in a lot of cars. Like, I used to be a car salesman, guys, and I used to be in cars all day long, trying the Audis, the Lexus, the Infinities, and everything that's considered as a luxurious car. And this is just, it has a class of its own. It's a total class of its own of comfort. And it's, I think for me, this is more comfortable than an S-Class.
This was sold as a competitor to the Maybachs. The Maybachs, the Rolls Royces. It's not S-Class level.
Exactly. It's even higher than an S-Class on a scale of where they would sell these cars, which is incredible.
Yeah, but another fun fact, actually. You couldn't just walk into a Toyota dealership and buy one. You had to be on a select list of people who could buy one. You had to be either a diplomat, someone working for the government, part of the royal family, or a CEO, or a very important person.
A very high-end person, yeah.
So it wasn't just anyone who could get one of these. Used, obviously.
Yeah, anybody can get them after, but...
Put it in power mode, give it a few beats. The VVTi kicks in around 3,800 RPM, and it's not fast. My buddy put it really well. It doesn't accelerate. It advances. It feels like a private jet on the back.
Yeah.
Especially if your feet are sticking through, you're just laying down, taking a nap. This car feels like a private jet for the road. It's incredible.
And it's so, like, I've said it, guys, maybe 10 times already, but it's so comfortable back here. I could do anything I want. I want to lay back, guys. I could just push this button right here, and it's gonna lay myself back to a point where I could pretty much just rest my head on the back here and just enjoy the drive. And oh my God, it's comfortable.
Enjoy a nice movie.
You could watch a movie, and we said when you came, there's actually the ski resorts from Japan.
Yeah, not only ski resorts. There's like attractions,
all the
like
attraction,
stuff like that.
all the stuff.
Look it up in the map here. I can't do it
because we're driving, right? But yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of features in this car, especially for its age. So this car was originally they started making them in 97.
97 is the first production year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Production year. Then in 2001 they updated the infotainment slightly. I don't know exactly what they changed. 2005 was the technical facelift. They put a 6-speed instead of a 4-speed, which this has. They updated the engine slightly, I think. They did some other minor mods. Updated the headlights, LED taillights, which look pretty cool. Some small stuff. Oh, also, instead of a VHS player, which this has, they put in a DVD player.
A DVD, okay.
Which is a bit more modern. Fun thing with those is they have a composite input, which means you could plug in a PlayStation 2,
oh,
PlayStation 3,
okay.
whatever kind of.
So you can plug in a console that has those inputs. Wow.
You can plug that in, play video games in the back.
Imagine playing Super Smash Bros, guys, back here.
Honestly, no. You gotta play Gran Turismo.
Or even Gran Turismo. That would be even more appropriate.
Yep. What else does this car have that's fun? Let's see.
Of course, the massaging seats in the back. Let's not forget about that, as I'm just getting my back massaged at the same time like we're talking.
Well, it's less of a massager and more of a vibrator.
A rumble.
Yeah, kind of a rumble. But yeah, they tried. That's the important part.
And don't forget, guys, this is a 2002.
Yeah.
They didn't have the technology back then that we have today for the different types of massages and things like that, like Audi has or Mercedes has. And the fact that they came up with this in 2000, well, let's not forget 1997,
exactly.
Like we were saying, is the first production year of this. It's even more impressive. Like if you look back in 2000 where computers were and things like that, you didn't have much. We didn't have much. Phones were still pretty much bricks. We didn't have touch screens and things like that. Apple came out.
This is actually a touchscreen, in fact.
It is a touchscreen.
It is a touchscreen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's really, I didn't even know that. That's really impressive.
Also, can we just for a moment appreciate just how quiet it is? It's whisper quiet on the highway.
We're on the highway, guys, and let's just listen to this. And we could probably hear each other on the camera.
Honestly, it's ridiculous just how well insulated this car is. It feels sturdy, it feels solid, drives like a boat. It has so much body roll, but that's part of
the experience.
Part of the experience, yeah. It's made to be comfortable. This engine was designed for 2 things. Well, 3, okay. So silence, obviously, smoothness, and maximum reliability. So it's a V12, which is bespoke. It's the only Japanese V12 in a production car ever made. And it's not exactly 2 1Js, but it's very similar in their design. I think it's like an aluminum block instead of being like a iron block.
Yes, iron,
yeah. It has its differences, but it's kind of similar to 2 1Js. So they already knew how to make straight sixes, and they make very good
Exactly.
straight sixes. So a V12 is just a logical progression, I guess.
Right.
Because a V8, it's not as smooth. Anyone
That's for
driven
sure.
a straight six before knows just how linear and smooth the power band is.
It's always, it just keeps pulling and pulling and pulling all the way to shifting.
This is basically 2 times that. It's 2 straight sixes together. And to make it more reliable and I guess easier to produce, they put 2 ECUs in it, 2 throttle bodies, 2 intake manifolds, 2 of everything basically.
Wow, they doubled.
So if one of the banks fails,
you still have another one.
You still have 6 cylinders to run on. And a Japanese CEO that is late to a meeting because his car broke down is not very well regarded.
That's true.
So they had to make it like bulletproof basically to drive like anywhere you want and never break down. I've seen these cars with over 300,000 kilometers on them. You think of an S-Class and like you don't want to own that car past the warranty. Here you could just drive. Like I literally took delivery of the car. I've had it for maybe a week and a half. I passed inspection, got it plated. The next day I was off across Canada.
Yeah.
And no worries at all.
And how many kilometers you did? 3,000 something?
No, from Vancouver to Montreal.
Oh, it's true because you went to pick it up.
No.
At the port?
Yeah,
oh, you picked it up.
That wasn't that much.
Okay.
So basically, the whole trip that I just completely YOLO'd with no preparation, almost no tools or anything. It's 4,800 kilometers.
4,800, so close to 5K kilometers. That's a lot.
Fully YOLO'd it.
In a 20-year-old car.
That I just got.
That he just got. It's not like he's been driving the car for 7 months and he knows that it's going. It just.
Yeah, I just fully blind trusted Toyota and it got me here, no issues.
Yeah.
Still no issues whatsoever.
And there's still nothing, exactly. No noise, no nothing. Absolutely.
It's incredible how well engineered this car is. And another fun fact, kind of a tangent. They made this exact body style with this, well, basically this exact car with some some small changes, as I previously said, up until 2017. So for 20 years, they made this exact car.
Wow.
Yeah. And it looked just like this.
Pretty much the same. That's incredible.
Because, Japanese people are really conservative. Like, in Japan, this doesn't really stand out, It's very, like, low-key, very conservative, and very quiet. It's
not meant to do like what the Maybach and the Rolls Royce do here.
It's not meant to stand out.
It's not meant to. It stands out here because nobody ever sees this car, and this is not a car that's like I've never sat in it, and most of you guys probably never sat in one and never saw one in real life. So for us here, it's like a wow factor, and oh my god, this car is amazing, and this and that. But for them in Japan, it's just like, oh my god, okay, that's a CEO, or that's that's an important person, and that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of like seeing a Rolls Royce here, but with less bling factor.
Exactly, less bling. Alrighty guys, so nighttime POV. We just came back from a rooftop where we got some pretty sick shots. If you guys haven't seen that video, the link is going to be down in the description below. And enjoying how comfortable this car is. Again, comfortable. I think that's the #1 word that I've said the most today.
I can attest, it definitely is. Is that an S3 on the roof lines?
Yeah, I think that's an S3.
Oh, it's not roof lines, it's just stock wheels. Cool.
Nice. G82. And a CLA 45 right there. No, we didn't get the 45 here, so that means it's a 35. Yeah, we did? Oh yeah, they came out with it? Nice. And there's one thing that's like really, really fun is to see people's neck breaking in half looking at this car. Like as we were driving earlier when we went to get food, and I was just looking out of the window to see people's faces, and all I saw was people just like clack snapping their neck in half looking at the car. It's amazing. Like this is an attention car. Like it gets so much attention. It's crazy.
Which is wild considering it's just like a big 4-door sedan.
Literally.
It's dark blue.
That's it.
It's not like it's a bright red sports car.
Yeah, it's not like a bright supercar or like some crazy loud car with a wide body kit and a huge wing. It's a luxury sedan, literally. and it's getting that much attention.
Where do we go from here?
That's a good question.
Where do you want to go?
It's up to you. If you had a place in mind.
Brakes are the creaky.
The pumpy brakes. It's pretty crazy to consider that we don't hear the engine at all, even though it's a 4-speed.
Yeah.
So it technically cruises at a higher RPM than, let's say, 6 or 7, 8-speed.
Technically, but the thing is the gears are so long.
Exactly, that you end up like you never use 4th gear pretty much.
Well, no, it still drops into 4th gear because it has so much torque, right?
That's true.
This engine, I think, has 80% of the torque from like 1200 RPM.
Jesus Christ, that's
Which is
a lot.
ridiculous.
And that's why it's so linear. Like when you when you accelerate, it's not like you're gonna go fucking in the back of the seat.
Well, you'd be surprised. This thing launches pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I could do a launch later.
Huh.
If we're alone at a light and the road is not destroyed.
Because it must have quite a decent amount of torque. What's the foot pounds?
340 torque.
That's
pretty good.
Pretty torquey.
Obviously, it's not like supercar territory.
Of course, but that's not the point of this car. That's not what this car was made for.
Cruise and to be smooth. That is it. That is all. When you put this thing into power motor, it's like decently torquey.
Oh yeah.
You can feel it. The thing is, it just leans so much. It just squats whenever you press on the gas.
That's true. You feel the car just lifting up.
Yeah, and then when you press on the brake, it's just slamming forward.
It goes back down.
But hey, that's better for grip. This thing launches really good. Did a 15.5 on the drag strip.
That's not bad. That's actually not bad.
For a 2-ton barge.
For a 2-ton boat?
97 technically. Like it's pretty good.
What was the miles an hour?
I'm not sure. I think on my dash, and the dash speed was really, really accurate, I think it was around 140
kilometers an hour?
Yeah, 140.
So it'd be a bit under 100, because 100 is 160. Yeah. So that would be 91 about?
Roughly. Well,
90.
Oh, no, it's true. The time slip didn't say. It said I was going like 2 miles per hour. So
Oh, that was buggy.
The thing messed up.
I need to go back with the S80 V8 to get with the summer, at least the front wheel drive with the summer tires, see how big of a difference that makes.
Yeah, raise the barge against that. They gotta turn. Okay. If there's no cops, we can send it. Let's put this overdrive off, traction off, power mode.
Oh, we going full power mode. Let me get straight so I don't bend my back in half.
It might be a bit bumpy over the intersection.
Yeah.
I'll try to not spin the wheels in. That would be great.
Launch control in a Toyota Century.
With the white gloves, of course.
With white gloves, you have to. When the president asks for a launch.
Yeah, honestly.
Because I don't think this car ever launched.
Well, I've launched.
Well, like before you, let's say, like.
Well, I don't know what kind of abuse these cars get in Japan. Who knows? Maybe they're hooligans.
But how clean it is, I don't think it was a car that
No,
was.
It was smoked in though, because that was 4 ashtrays and 4 like cigarette lighters.
Huh.
Okay.
And it doesn't really smell.
No, it doesn't smell at all, which is really good. You can just tell by the way like it's been used. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You see there were ashes on the floor. But I'm very glad it doesn't smell like cigarette. It smells like an old Japanese car.
Literally. It's that Japanese cigarette, the special smell.
Well, it's not cigarette though.
Oh wow.
Once the VVTi hits, that's where it really goes.
Damn. That's pretty impressive.
I told you, like it launched.
Honestly, that's pretty impressive.
It still is a V12, you know?
That launch is... honestly, I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. That put me back a good bit.
Yeah, that's what most people say.
Wow.
Like it's unexpectedly quick in a straight line. Once you take a corner, they'll forget.
Oh, you
about
forget it. Yeah, it's over. You're better in the water with it.
Honestly, I'll do a quick little moose test right here.
Oh my god,
Not
the
a full
moose
one, but
test.
just like a little wiggle. You'll see what I mean by like this thing rolls.
Oh god. Oh, another neck has been snapped. Look at the neck.
The boomers in the car.
The boomer is asking. Sorry for any viewer that's a boomer. That was not an insult towards you.
They are confused.
Yeah, they're like, what is this?
Okay, let me give it a quick wiggle, okay?
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh god. Dude, by the time we're at the other end, I'm like on top. So then it's just up and down. Like you're just going up and down, literally.
Well, you're back to cruising mode.
And it's super comfy and everything.
Like, even floored, you can barely hear the engine. Just barely.
It's true, like we floored it there. We heard a little the tires, and that's it. Didn't hear nothing. The transmission, the engine, the boat. Alrighty guys, so hopefully you all enjoyed this POV drive in a 2002 Toyota Century. If you did, guys, like I said, Evgeny's links are gonna be down below. Please go give him some love. Show him the Volvo community love, guys. He used to have a C30 T5 manual, by the way, so
Volvo gang.
he's an OG Volvo guy too. So if you guys did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and turn on post notification so y'all don't miss any uploads from Tank Garage. See ya, boys.
Peace.